All right, and I am live on YouTube, man. Yo, what is up, everybody? It is Independence Day, July 4th, and we're gonna still talk stocks, man. The stock market's closed, so we're gonna talk a little bit about investing. And you know how I always talk about the stock charts. Oh, there I go, looking good. You know how I always talk about the stock charts, and I'm kind of making investment decisions based on what the chart's looking like and stuff. So I had a question, and I'm gonna go ahead and I decided to make a video about it. I think the question was something like, why I invest, not using the fundamentals or something. And because you find a good stock that say growing 25-30% a year, it's got a good PE, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. I don't even know them all, but you're doing all that stuff. Basically, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So anyway, let me pull up my screen right here. So see if I can get that going on. There it is. So check it out, man. This is FinViz, and we got Coca-Cola up. And I like FinViz because it will tell you anything basically you want to know about the stock. So we're talking about fundamentals, and here's Coca-Cola, right? So here's all the fundamentals for the most part you want to know about Coca-Cola. The dividend, how many employees it's got, the PE, the PEG, PE, price to earnings, PEG, price to ratio. And if you don't know what this stuff is, like price to sale, price to book, price to cash per share, if you don't know what this stuff is, all you got to do is hover over the individual the box, and it's going to tell you what it is, debt to equity. It won't tell you what it means, but it'll tell you what the box means. Earnings per share, I know what most of these mean. Earnings per share next year, next quarter. So you can see the growth. Earnings per share this year, for some reason, Coca-Cola is growing at 41.5%. They're growing their earnings, per share this year, 41.5%. Next year is only 7%. And the next 5 years is only 5%. For some reason, it's going down. But look, it's at an all-time high. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not saying that this doesn't work. All professionals, this is what they're doing, and eventually I think the stock will catch up to the fundamentals. It's just the way it is. So the reason why I don't do it, because I started out this, man. I read Peter Lynch's book. Let me go to just me. Here we go. I read Peter Lynch's book. I think, what is it, One Up on Wall Street? And I read all those books, and that's how I got into investing. I used to read the Investor Business Daily every day, give you some little things to look at, the top, the IBD 50, the new, everything in that magazine, man. I read that just like my life depended on it, So, and then, I would pick stocks and find stocks that went with what they was talking about. I'm trying to think, what was that? The Motley Fool with I think it was Can Slim. I think that's Motley Fool. If anybody follows investing books, is that Motley Fool the Can Slim style? Or is it Peter Lynch? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, you want to find, I don't even know it. I'm not even going to try to say it. But anyway, so you find these stocks, and then you got them in your portfolio, and then you're like, hey, man, why aren't these things going up? These are great stocks, great. And it just takes a long time. If you want to build a good, solid portfolio, that's probably the way you want to invest it for years to come, where you don't worry about trading, okay? Because this, to me, fundamentals, you don't want to trade fundamentals. It takes years for it. You just need time. It's not really an in and out thing, like say, Coke is earnings per share is at 41.5% growth this year. Let me get in. And besides, by the way, most of the fundamentals is always looking forward. You want to see what it is next year, which is 7.67, in the next 5 years, which is 5.01. That's what you want to see. You're looking forward. You're always looking forward. Now doesn't matter. It just doesn't, because you invest for the future. So what are you if I give you money today, what are you going to do tomorrow? Let me, I done lost my cursor. Yeah. What are you going to do tomorrow? So, I don't even got the Coke screen up. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. So I'm looking at this earning per share. Here it is, all that stuff, right? So what are you going to do tomorrow? Anyway, you invest money today because for tomorrow. Look, that's where I was. So anyway, I'm investing, and the stuff is just not, it's just not going up. And it gets frustrating. So why? First, you got to see, like, what makes a stock go up, man? What makes it go up? Buying and selling, volume, people interested in it. So if I were to buy a stock, I don't know, 100 shit, me and you, we buy stock in Coca-Cola. We're not going to move it. We're just not going to move it. If you look at here, it says shares outstanding, 4.28 billion. The float is 4.23 billion. Almost all the outstanding is the float. Meaning the float is how many shares are available to trade for the most part. 4.23 billion. So if I buy 50 shares, we're not moving it, okay? The stock is going to be the same price. We're just not going to move it. So what moves stocks? People buying and selling, but not just people. Big money, institutions, people that's got the big billions and millions of dollars and they want to get in, right? And that's what volume will kind of show us a little bit of, because sometimes you can't just be putting all that money in and the stock is not going up. So you'll see some spikes in volume just by kind of looking at charts, and you just want to follow the big money. You want to follow where they're going because they're moving stocks, and then that's going to make the price go up. So that's what I like to do. And then therefore you can't just do that and set it and forget it because they'll sell it. So now I'm trading, you know what I mean? So that's trading, I want to buy what the institutionals are buying. I want to buy what the big money's buying. I don't want to buy the fundamentals because you need institutional sponsorship and to know the stock and put money in the stock and to make it go up. Here it is. Here's people following the stock, all the institutions: Morgan Stanley, HSBC, Securities, Citigroup, UBS, Goldman, Evercore ISI, Deutsche Bank, and the list goes on and on. And you can see they rated from equal weight to overweight, buy, and these are the analysts. They all in there and they studying all the ins and outs of Coke, and they telling their clients to buy Coke, sell Coke. They're buying Coke, sell Coke, and they the ones that make the stock move. So if you have a stock and you don't have none of this going on, even if it's a good stock with great fundamentals, it's just not going to move. You need movement. You need movement for stock to go up. So for stock stays the same price all the time because nobody's buying and selling it, and it's $10. You buy it at $10 and it doesn't move, well, you're going to wind up selling it at $10. You made no money. You know what I mean? So you need it to move. You need volume, you need big volume, you need institutions to get in there, the people with the big money, the billions to get in there and move. You want to ride their wave because when they buy a stock, they don't just say, "Oh, I'm buying. Give me a 100,000 shares." It takes them days and weeks and months to build a position. They slowly buy it. You know what I mean? They can't buy all at once because the stock is they're gonna price themselves out of the market. So they slowly gotta buy, and you want to try to recognize that and get on those waves. Now, technical analyst teach us. Hold on, I lost my cursor. There we go. Technical analyst. Yeah. Technical analyst. Analyst. Anyway, I'm getting dumb. This is live, man. Give me a break. Technical analyst helps us see what the hell is going on with the stock. Because you have price movement, you have volume, and you can see different levels. This is what they're looking at. They're not going to be buying if a stock is double topping. They're not going to buy when it's high. They want to buy dips, So in the stock chart, it's telling us, it doesn't tell us where it's going to go. You can kind of predict where it's going to go. You can use past to predict where it's going to go, but it doesn't really tell us when to go, but it can tell us kind of what's going on in the behavior of the stock. And this is what makes you could get better entries and better positions and see what stocks is moving. So, let's say you didn't have a chart, right? And we're just looking at this. No chart. We got the fundamentals going. Hold on, man. We're going to have to see. You got the fundamentals going, no chart. And you're like, oh, man, this looks good, blah, blah, blah. You buy. How do you even know it's going up? You got to keep checking them. How do you know it's on that trajectory? You need to look at past performance, and that's what the stock chart lets us know. So this is the daily, which I hate because it shows a lot of chop in it, man. This is what I like. I like to see the monthly. It shows us this where it's going. Man, I got the juice up in the cup. Anyway, so look, if you just look at this, it's going up. You can see the volume, like right here. Look at the volume right there, and it was on a dip, right at the 45. I guess that was the support level, and you can see how the volume increased, kind of like people was getting in at that point. It was coming down, and that's enough. Enough is enough. Maybe some people get in volume. Think of I'm gonna try to explain it. Let me get some stuff off the floor. Melinda's got stuff on the floor here. So we got this, right? One of those chargers, and I got a camera holder. So let's say I'm trying to sell this on the street, right? And I'm like, hey man, $5. Who wants this camera? You know, and nobody's there, right? Maybe one person's there, and I'm trying to convince him to buy this for $5. You know, he might buy it, he might not, and that's that. Now let's say this. Say I'm the same dude, but I'm on another corner, and I want to sell this for a penny. That's a great price, right? And I'll start to get a crowd, and everybody's like, oh, I want to get it for, oh, let me get that, you know. And then just by you seeing that crowd, other people, you ever see a crowd, and you be like, hey, what's going on over there? And you kind of go and see what the hell's, oh man, he's just selling one of those knuckles for a penny. And oh, that's a good price though. I want to buy it for 2 pennies, you know. And that's what trading it. That's volume, you know. So when there's no volume, nobody's there. It's not really gonna move. It's just who wants to buy this? You know. But when you have something you're selling or buying or trying to trade, let's put it that way, and you got big crowd, that's movement. You know the price is gonna move. Price is gonna move because you got a lot of people excited about it. That's a little kind of little story about volume. Hopefully you kind of understand that, because it's hard for me to kind of explain this. But anyway, I like using technical analyst. I like using the charts. I like trying to follow the big money. I like to try to follow the patterns, man. Look at Coke, how it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Man, I'm going over the last 8 years. It's the same thing. Down, up, down, up. I guarantee you want to sell Coke here. It's not going to go up. If it follows the pattern over the last 8 years, the stock is going down. It's time for another down move. You don't have to necessarily do it now. We can go to the daily, and we want to see it start to go down. There goes a. Let's get a couple of red candles. Let's see it turn red a little bit, and then that might be a time. It's like right now it's just a time to probably it's going down. Even though I'm looking at this weekly, the weekly is actually a nice chart. So it's probably not going to start yet. That weekly looks like it's ready to explode. Look at that bar right there, and then a consolidation, and then another one. So it might have a little bit more to go, but I'm going to place my bet that Coca-Cola is about to go down, because it's been doing the same thing over the last 8 years. And that's why I like technical analysis. I mean, that was simple, right? We just kind of looked at it. We're looking at history now. Past doesn't project future, but sometimes it does. I mean, if you said that statement anytime in the last 8 years, it did. You know, it's doing the same thing over and over. You can't do that with all stocks, but you can get an intelligent decision on where it's going to go. And look, I didn't even look at fundamentals. We did look at fundamentals, but I don't know where Coke's going. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing with its money. I know it's going up, and I want to get in. And when I get in and it's going up, then I'll make money. You know what I mean? So that's why I follow fundamental investing. So fundamental. That's why I follow technical analysis. I hope you guys kind of understand that, right? So back in the day, when I was trading, and I had some good stocks, at least according to all the books, I had some good trading, you know, had some good stocks, you know, with good PEs and growth rates and things like that. And I'm telling you, it just wasn't moving. So when I started following that crowd, and say, I'm just using this as an example, I'm with the Tesla and the Amazon and the kind of the hot stocks, right? The hot stocks. Then I actually saw myself making money. And that's when I made the decision, you know what? I'm going to just stick with the technical analysis and what these people are doing, what everybody's doing, and try to, the hot stocks, because you just make the money, you get in and you get out. Fortunately, you got to trade it, though, because it'll go down just as fast as it went up. I'm just now looking at comments. Yo, Cashmatic, technical, all that. Yeah, man, I mean, the fundamentals, it takes a long time, because the streets got to catch on, and, it just takes a long time. If you want to make money, I won't necessarily say fast money, if you want to just ride the waves, ride the stocks that's going up. And that's what I like doing. Virgo Life, are you day trading? No. Well, no. More like swing trading. Not even swing trading, because when I have different kind of portfolios. So I do have a portfolio where I buy it and set it and forget it. And then I have a portfolio where I kind of trade it yearly. Like, I'm going to buy this because I bet you by the end of the year, it's going to be higher. I have that kind of going on. And then I got a small amount of money. That's what where I'm buying more swing trading, buying and selling. I'm not doing it in a day. If I do it in a day, it was like an accident. Like I bought something and I changed my mind. I go, I got to get out, or I buy something and it just happens to skyrocket. Like gold the other day. That day gold was right. I got those, man, I was up like $1,000, man. I don't know why I didn't sell. I was just like, I just got in at the right time. I gave it all back, every single penny of it. I'm starting to make a little bit back now. It was just ridiculous. I should have sold. So sometimes when you buy a position and it just goes ballistic on you, you need to sell it. So that would be a day trade, What's a good trucking stock? Swift. I've been pulling up the trucking stops from time to time, and Swift, man, it's unbelievable. Let me try to pull it up right here. If I can find my cursor. Yeah, I was looking at the YouTube SWFT. Swift, come on, man, Swift Swift S. Knight Swift Transportations? Did they just change the ticker on me? Knight Swift. Don't tell me I was bringing up like Swift Foods before. I don't think so. I was bringing up Swift Transportation. Let me see something here. Swift Transportation stock ticker. SWFT. That's what I've been pulling. So it's not here. Did they just change? Let me pull up my my trading platform. SWFT. Yeah, this is what I've been pulling up all week. So they changed it to Knight. They changed it to Knight Swift. What was that? KNT? SWIFT KNX. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I was pulling that up all week. But this is going, I don't know what the hell I was pulling up. But remember, Cashmatic, I was like, oh man, what the hell's going on with Swift? How was this? This is like an all-time high. So forget it. They must have did something. I don't know if they combined it, consolidated, merged. I don't know what the hell they did. They trying to announce his second quarter. Blah, 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 blah. Here's a hedge fund, Knight Swift trade coming up. Earnings report. Yeah, I don't know what they did. Now it makes me like, what the hell was I pulling up all week? I'm going to have to go back and watch those videos. But, man, I don't know. The best one was XPO, and then it just fell out of bed. This looks nice, okay? Now that I'm looking at it, this low right here, how it's a higher low, that makes you go, It just may be a good entry to get back in if you believe in the transportation stocks. It could. Now you look at this monthly, it looks like it wants to take another leg lower. Looking at that bar, so it's down, consolidate, and then it looks like it wants to go down again. The weekly kind of looks like it wants to go up. That's very interesting right there. And it's almost a reverse head and shoulders. It's a little too early to tell, but it's an interesting get out point. You can define your risk and buy it and get out if it breaks that low right there, And look at the daily, and that's why you want to use multiple times. The daily looks good. The daily looks like it wants to break out. So you see how we was looking at that. That's why you want to look at also multiple time frames. So long term, it looks like it might wants to break to go lower. Weekly, possibly good entry. Daily, yeah, daily is showing you like I'm getting ready to break out. So yeah, it could be a definitely a good entry point. I don't know. You have to kind of do your own research. This website will help you do that because you see how we got XPO and then it says air delivery and freight services. So if we click that, it's going to give us all the trucking stocks, and then we could sort it, say by market cap or even PE, right? And that's the price to earnings. So according to this, the PE wise, FedEx is the best value. The price to earnings is 13.40. This probably is the best stock. It's kind of. It's the same thing. It's almost the same chart. This one looks like it wants to go down. So XPO's weekly look better than this one. But if FedEx were to somehow break, I bet you XPO does too, and the whole transportation thing. But yeah, so you can sort them all. You can see them all. You sort them by PE, market cap. Where's that? Where the hell is it at? PE, market cap, price. You can even do more if you kind of click up here and change it to all the financials. Look, the operating margins, the ROI, the ROE, the dividend. Unlimited volume. If you're looking for volume, like, what is that? This thing that had no volume. The biggest volume one is UPS, and then FedEx, and then ZTO Express. Actually, I never heard of ZTO, but they are a $15.57 billion company. And they doing, look at it. It's going up. That was simple. I mean, wow. Anybody heard of ZTO Express Cayman? Oh, it's in China. It's a China stock. Wonder why. That's a big a market cap. C.H. Robinson, of course, big brokerage. I don't know if they actually have trucks. Does C.H. Robinson have trucks that provide freight transportation services and logistics solutions? It offers transportation and logistics services such as truckload, less than truckload, which include blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so anyway, you just have to do your own research. I personally wouldn't. I like stocks. If you notice and you watch my channel, I like stocks that move. Okay, I like stocks that just take off. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull up that YouTube, whatever the hell I was on. I cannot see the comments, and I got to work on that. Let me go to my Thinkorswim window. Where are we at here? Desktop. There we go. You wrote, are there any low boards or freight brokers that are good? I would say C.H. Robinson is probably, as far as stock-wise, they're probably the best one to be following in that world. But like I said, you got to do your own research. I like stocks that move. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So if you follow my channel, you'll know that I'm always in them stocks that's moving, because I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to ride day wave. You know what I mean? And sometimes I don't like the stocks that are in the news too much, like Tesla. I just did that trade. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Hoping, if you remember, that it stays above, what was that, 135? I think it was 135. I'm going to pull that up real quick right here. Where is it at now? 230. Okay, yeah, 230. I need it to be above 230 by Friday, and then I can make a bunch of money. If it's below that, I lost money. Anyway, I need it to be higher. And if you look at this, and look how FinViz also throws you the lines on a daily, and you can see how it broke out that channel. It's easy to. This is a pretty. If you just by looking at this picture, you say, man, Tesla's a buy. It just broke out of the channel. It doesn't. It's not a guarantee. It looks pretty good on the weekly and the monthly. The monthly looks like it wants to go too. So I like Tesla right now, but you never know what it's gonna do. But gosh, I just lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought. Oh man. Are they any good? Yeah, so you gotta, yeah, that's it. You gotta do your own research. That's the best I can tell you. I like stocks that move, so I'm always in those mostly tech kind of stocks and just a small handful. And I do want to open it up to more stocks, more kind of stocks. But I don't know, man. I feel when I start trading a new stock, I feel uncomfortable. I really do, because I feel like I got a handle on the stocks I trade. Y'all see them every day, and y'all know the number one is the Amazon. I feel like when I go to another one, I can look at it and be like, oh man, this is good. Like Goldman Sachs. I used to trade that a lot, and gosh, this stock has been just chopping me up. I mean, see how you have this right here? Right here was that the night that big, large candle basically busted. Look how there was no follow through. Just went sideways. It's still basically, it can't get over. It's kind of trying to break out right now from way back here in 2000, early this year, and it just can't get above that level. And it's always wanting to pull back hard from it, like here and here. So this stock has been chopping me up, giving me false signals all the time. And maybe now, I'm looking at it, maybe now is the time. But, so yeah, follow stocks. Get a small handful of stocks that you like. If you're going to, you have to decide if you're going to trade or invest. So if you're going to do trading, find a small handful of stocks that you like and follow them. Fall in love with them. Know everything that they do, how they trade, how they open. A lot of stocks, they might always open high in the morning and sell off during the rest of the day, or sell off and then 11 o'clock on the nose they turn. There's so many stocks like that, and they do the same exact trading pattern every day. But I still can't day trade. I'm more of a swing trader. But you can kind of feel it. You could just feel what it's gonna do. And then long term, if you're just trying to tuck them away, then you want to look for like the best trucking company, and that's a good stock to be diversified. I remember IYT, the whole transportation average, I bought when it was where was that? Let me see if I can find, I think right here, 2016, and I had so-called the bottom in that. And I was buying it. I made all of this, and I kept contributing to it every week, a month, because they was talking like it was the end of the world, and UPS was in there, FedEx was in there, so I was like, I'm gonna buy this whole average, and I kept buying the IYT, and it was right there, and it was just going up from day one. I purchased it. I felt like a genius, and then look what happened. So the same thing might happen again. It looks like it's trying to rebound with the market. Look at that. That's IYT. What's the small caps? Because it looks just like the small cap index. IWM. Look, see, it's almost identical for some reason to the small caps. So I think the small caps are also, if the market can't just keep taking off and leave the small caps in dust, I think they're going to play a catch-up trade, and just looking at it, it still looks weak. It still looks a little weak on them. It needs to prove itself and break out of that range, break out of 160. And when you see that, then that will be a pretty good trade. Right now, it's still in here. It's still in there. It just still has to prove itself. So yeah, that's what's up, man. So any questions? I think that was actually a good question, and I'm not good at explaining stuff. I'm glad Cashmatic, you understand. Like, hey, you said technical all day for sure, man. That's where you could just see it. I totally ditched the books on what was that called? Fundamental investing, because it just wasn't moving. I'm studying a lot and blah blah blah. And then once you decide you're ready to buy a chart, put it on there. Once you decide you're ready to buy. Hold on, man. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta get my other window. I still got work to do on this. Once you decide you're ready to buy, then now you gotta I need the best entry point, and then now you're concentrating on that. and one of the reasons why I don't swing trade, because if you notice, even when I did that live, I just get in. When I'm ready to buy, I'm getting in. I'm not really nickeling. Oh, I got to get the nickel dime, and I want a good price, but for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get in right now. And just size your position size to accordingly. Just be ready. Oh, I got company. I was like, somebody's breaking in. Did you try to call? You got the notification? Good. So Life Like Eyes here. You want to get in? Come get. Oh, okay.
I don't have my makeup on.
Oh, she doesn't have her makeup on. But everybody at work got to see her with no makeup on. But she doesn't want you to see her with no makeup on. Hey, because this is TV. All two of you. How many people's in here? Are you watching me live right now? How many people's in here?
So far behind.
Is it? How many people's in here?
3.
Okay, I got 3 people because I don't have them stats up. So anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna spend some time with Life Like I.
Yeah,
Looking
it's
all
very
good.
delayed.
Is it super delayed?
Yeah.
She's watching me live, and oh yeah, look at me. I'm still talking about the charts. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's just
Maybe
been
it's
acting
my
up.
phone.
Well, anyway, yeah. So there it is, and that's it, man. That's just my reason. So I'm not necessarily saying don't invest in fundamentals. You have to kind of know them, especially for a longer term portfolio. But it's really up to you. You have to decide. It's your money. You got to decide how you want it to grow and how you want to lose it. Hopefully you don't lose it, but decide what's best for you. Decide what you like. Sometimes but even though we invest and we want to make more money, it's boring. We want that little excitement to kind of trade, and you're like, I don't want to put it. It's like buying bonds. Remember passport savings accounts. You don't want to invest like that. Oh, well, I'm not saying don't invest like that, but it's just not for some people. So it's not for me. I like to see it. I like to see the P&L change in big numbers every day. Sometimes it's big losses, and you're like, oh, you need an Alka-Seltzer or something. But then sometimes it's big gains, and you're ready to take a vacation, buy a car. Anyway, so yeah, but this is what's best for me. This is what works. I really like technical analysis. I really think these fundies down here do nothing for you, because you definitely need institutional. I don't have it on here. Let's pull up Tesla real quick. You definitely need institutions to follow you. These people saying, look, everybody's saying sell, 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 sell. Look at right here, by the way. You can see how many shares of, you can see how, sorry, I ain't even got the screen on. Right there. So you could see how many how many shares are short on Tesla. This is, look, 31% of the float is short. That means basically one in every three persons, no, 1 in every 3 people are going the other way. They think it's going down, and a lot of times that's incentive for it to go up, So, and when it does go up, it goes up with a vengeance, because these people that are short, when it goes up, they're losing money. They need to buy it to get out of the position, along with the regular buyers to start a position. So that's why Tesla's so damn volatile. But look at that. You can't follow that really well. You just get chopped up. Anyway, so yeah, that's my thing. And the person that gave me that question, I can't remember. It's just in the last video, I think. Hey, thanks for it. And hopefully this video helps. I gave him a response, but it was kind of like quick, kind of quick. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Yo, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be talking some trade. We'll be talking Tesla, because I got to take that trade off. It expires tomorrow. I'm either going to be a big winner or a big loser. Hopefully. Please stay above 235, man. Anything in 230, and then I'll be all right. So thanks for watching again. I appreciate you. Pull up my YouTube. Oh no. Anyway, thanks for watching, and go ahead and end the stream. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this video, the new format, how you invest, different styles. What do you want to see from me? And that'll really help me out. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching Cashmatic. Who else is up in here? Virgo. Okay. Virgo Life, I think. If I botched that, I'm sorry. I can't see. I need my glasses on. Would you trade? Yeah, I trade IWM all the time. It's an index. But I like the RUT because it's times 10. So I like that. So I don't rack up commissions, you know. So yeah, I like the RUT. I do that all the time. The SPX, the RUT. These are my go-tos. SPX, the RUT, Amazon, Microsoft. Even though I haven't traded that in a while. Oh, Life Like I is making me laugh. I'll scream. Trying to think. Gosh, it's been so wild. I was a Chipotle, then I got smoked on one of my. I was doing well. I was getting smoked. I'm up and down on that. I can't even call it. I don't know, but for the most part, I just didn't stick in what's making me work. So SPX, and I decided just about a month ago, I'm gonna do more SPX trades because. I'm trying to hold on here. Some more SPX trades because of the single stock risk. Because during that downturn, some of that single stock risk was getting me killed, and I was like, you know what? I gotta slowly get out of that. And that's why I was doing this videos. Like the SPX has been trading like a damn penny stock. The whole index, 500 stocks trading like a penny. The volatility is crazy, and now that it's coming down, I could probably put on better trades by even selling that. Out of the money call spreads and stuff like that because the volatility is coming down. It's not, even though it was up big yesterday, and I don't think it's going to continue to go up 100, 200 points every damn day. You know, so, all right. So thanks for watching, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, stay tuned until tomorrow. I will be back right here, and we can talk on some more stocks. All right. Peace. See y'all later.